Hey guys, welcome back to Civilization 6 Gathering Storm as Kristina of Sweden. We are 31 turns, actually, I take that back, 34 turns from our last episode, but we are only 3 turns away from getting the next session and 2 turns away from the Nobel Prize, so I wanted to bring you guys back. I have worked all the cities and optimized them all. So if you look up here in the top left-hand corner, you can see that we are only at 385.7 science. Of course, we aren't, science is not our direct victory. So normally I would probably be around 800 or so in science, if not higher. But look at our culture, 940. This puts us in the lead. We have a lot of faith. And I just purchased this rock band to just spread more of our culture. And I'll get to that here in a moment. And as you can see, we have a lot of our items here themed, so that gives us a lot, of course, culture and culture pool. We are nearly out of great people, so I didn't want to super optimize the cities because there's no use to using those slots when we don't need them. So we'll go ahead and take this person, and you do what now? You provide amenities and districts. So let's just move you to our home city. And we will upgrade you to performs 2 levels more experienced on wonder tiles. Okay, we'll just do movement. And let's select a name. Space beats, okay. We'll confirm the name. And sources gained. So we are having problems with Mana Musa. So I'm just sending some spies over here to him because he's also moving along in space, although Suleiman is currently leading, and we are, kind of just right behind Suleiman. But if you look at our culture, we are doing pretty darn good. I would say probably about 25, 30 turns away from winning, maybe, somewhere in that neighborhood. Now, as far as diplomacy, this was really weird, our diplomatic victory, because remember during our last session, we put in a great deal of our votes and we were 6 of 10, but suddenly now we're back to 7 of 10, which is kind of strange. Now, I did watch a video of another YouTuber playing, and he went to his session also and, put in his votes, and we have way more points than he did. He only had like 700, and we've got 3,963. He put in his points, and about 10 turns later, he ended up winning a diplomatic victory. It was just the weirdest thing, and he was fighting all over the map, too. So going to war doesn't seem to be a major issue. Now, of course, you don't want to have tons and tons of grievances, but nonetheless, yeah.
I never think
so that was kind of interesting. So let's change our policies. We have one here that gives us +4 for +4 diplomatic favor for each turn. And then I have your spy units can choose from any possible promotions, which is quite nice. And I have space race things there just because. But we have another policy that I want to use. I might even have to use housing and amenity here at some point. But there is one that I want to use that helps us with our diplomatic. Oh, right. What it does is for each one you put in, you lose the points. When you reduce a player's diplomatic victory points in the World Congress at 50% of your spent diplomatic favor, you get back 1 diplomatic favor. But the only problem is you can also lose it. But we'll experiment with it just to see if we do lose it. I hope not, but we'll just take a look and see because I want to know. So here's a promotion for this unit, this spy. And I like it because we can pick anything we want. And of course we want rocketry. Okay, and we have filled up all of the slots for civics, the civics tree. So now basically we're just left with picking these other governments. I don't want to do that. Government title, governor title. Let's see. I think I went with culture and tourism. We could do that. We're not going to make any settlers. We're not worried about resources. Yeah, we could probably use the housing. So +2 housing in every neighborhood and adjacent district in the city, +1 amenity. So we could use that probably in, whoops, let's get back over here, in our Ambios city. Well, maybe not, but one of our cities that's struggling, we will use them. Okay, so let's go ahead and move you over here to Coupe, and let's perform a concert there. And that's what it looks like. So when you heard that rock band playing earlier in the game, that's what it was. Someone was using their performer to get additional culture. And we were going to use you here for the additional district reach, considering that we have a lot of districts here in our home city. 1 turn away from the Nobel Peace Prize. Pretty nice rewards for it, which I think was tourism. Oh, we'll see in a minute. Trying to remember. We are doing really well as far as era score, or we're doing well as far as era score. Yeah, see, we just recently got another golden age, and so now we're going to need as much as 261, and we're only at 240. But maybe we can get some stuff going with our activity now. So let's go ahead and foment some unrest. Don't really need money. Money's good. And see, it's not giving us the option to upgrade. Maybe it's 1 per turn, upgrade 1 per turn, or you have to get the initial upgrade first. So we'll go with no time to establish. And Pengale made it up here, or this is not Pengale, this is Liang. I want to get a builder up here and build some more of the aquacultures. And alright, so let's move you over here to Hungary. Wow, he can move in 1 turn. That's amazing. There we go. So there's Hungary. 1,500 tourism generated there. Pretty nice. Yeah, so not even trying culture. So if you were actually like 45 turns, so 45 turns to a culture victory. We are 518 of 750. So let's begin our voting. All players have their weapons of mass destruction set equal to the target players. Okay. We'll just pick ourselves. And we'll just do 1. I don't care who wins that. It's no big deal to me. Treaty policy. Trade routes sent to the chosen players provide +4 gold to the sender. The chosen player receives +1 trade route. Okay, we'll vote for ourselves again. Why not? Diplomatic victory. Chosen player gains 2 diplomatic victory points. Well, we're going to vote for ourselves, obviously. Okay, so chosen player gains 2 diplomatic victory points. Okay, so whatever. I'm just going to go hog wild with this thing. Let's do half of our amount, just out of curiosity. Climate Accords. Okay, so that will probably pass, so we'll just vote 1 on it. All right, let's see how we did. So we went 21 with 2,100 points. And... okay. Well, technically we could have chosen what would be the most powerful nation, but we don't know who that is actually, but... and the resolution? Everything passed. So, equal to us. And we got the trade route. We got the diplomatic points. And of course we knew that Climate Accord would win, or would make it. And we won also. So, great music and great science. Engineers, great artists. Great artist, okay. Interesting. Okay, well, nice. And we will perform on another continent, I think. Well, let's go perform to Suleiman and irritate him. Are we able to go over here to... it is selected. Wait, is it selected? Where's our guy? Okay, there he's selected. And... yeah, well, let's go over here and irritate Mansa. Alright, so what do we have here? Oh, we got these additional units. Okay, let's see. That is a, let's see, a musician. I did make some radio towers because I hadn't anticipated we would do it. So they'll send you to Heidelberg. Alright, so you're going to go to Heidelberg. Actually, that's wrong. You're going to Heidelberg. Wait a minute. Stop jumping. You're going to Heidelberg. We'll move that other unit in a minute, so we're going to have to... Well, we'll move him here, man. We'll just swap him out. Here's our engineer. What do you do? 100% production towards space race projects. Okay, well, we already have one here, so we'll just put you right here. And so if we need those guys in a pinch, we can just pop those guys. So let's go ahead and continue to foment unrest. And we got an additional trade route, so we're definitely going to want to build more of those. And we get some additional alliances. So let's see. So we'll immediately make our trade route. And next turn. And she's here, but you know, we can make one right here. Aquaculture, nice. Looks like that's the only one we can make. All right, guys, so that's where we are currently right now. And I'll bring you guys back when we get to some additional content here on or in the game. All right, guys, I wanted to bring you back because it looks like Mansa and Coupe have declared war on us, and we are, of course, easily able to defend ourselves. So what we're going to do now is I'm just sending a couple bombers over there, and I've got units over here too, so it's not really going to take a whole lot of time to do this. The only downside to it is that it's just time consuming to you know, obviously do each and every turn. I'm actually going to probably have to change the jets to a different setting, but I'm going to leave it at that for now so you guys can kind of see what we're up to at the moment. It's not going to take much longer to or it's not going to be a big deal to take on Coupe here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can't get some help from the other civs who are in the area against them. So let's see if we can get Suleiman to join us in the war. Well, first let's establish, well, I don't want to get too friendly with him because right now we're spying on him and disrupting his rocketry. Wait a minute, let's go back. I want to make a demand. I'm going to make a deal. Let's see. We can't make a deal with him. And Pachacuti? Really? I don't want to fight him. Wait a minute. Really? He looks kind of weird. Alright, well, Dido really can't do anything to Musa, but we can just ask her. And she won't declare war. Nope. Okay, will Hungary help us? Well, let's see if... Whoops. Let's see. Dido. Let's see if we can get any kind of help from Hungary here. Joint war. Suleiman only, huh? Okay, never mind. That's no big deal. The only thing that's really going to do, guys, is just going to just slow our turns down immensely. But I did want to bring you in and let you see where we are. Now, as far as overall score, you can see in science, we're really close to science here. We just need to wait for some of the other additional unlocks, and then we could win in science. And we're not too far off from winning with culture. It says 195, but that's really not the amount of turns it would take. And as far as diplomatic victory, still showing 7 and 10, so no one over here is really in the neighborhood. And since we disrupted a lot of Suleiman's science and his production, that's going to slow him down. We've done the same thing to Mansa Musa. We've slowed him down. So yeah, at this point we're just really just playing to play. Or just, you know, kind of inevitable, I guess you could say at this point. And I think we've used all of our aircraft. And I did pop one of the additional space vehicles or launchers or whatever it was that we needed additionally. Oh, we need to fix that tile right here. And oh, I also made some of these little what are these things called? Seaside? Were they? Yeah, these seasteads. I made a few of those little things. Those are kind of cool. They give you some amazing bonuses. Let me show you. You make them with a builder. Yeah, I mean, 4 food, 2 production, and 3 gold is far better than the aquaculture. So I just went ahead and made some of those. But let's see. Yeah, so we have all of our scientists, everybody ready to make any kind of a science type thing. And of course, yes, we are at the very end of the civics and future tech. And we're getting close in science too. We've not revealed these quite yet, but we probably will here on this next turn. And yeah, I don't think we really need any additional units, and I don't want to, you know, fight like additional fronts on the battlefield. So we'll just keep these guys kind of around here just in case Musa shows up. But he's all the way on the other side of the world. I don't even anticipate him doing anything, but we'll just keep an eye on him. And there's a Mori. We could probably capture that Mori builder coming from over here. But yeah, I just don't see him coming over here. But if he does, we have some, you know, we have our artillery, we have some machine guns, we have machine guns here, and we'll deal with it as it comes around. So no big deal. The only problem now that I see is we are falling behind it in era score right now. We're kind of really behind. We're 256, and we did get a few little unlocks here and there, but there's 7 more turns left. I don't know. See, I'd like to be friends with him, but the fact, well, let's go ahead and just be friends anyway, because I did disrupt his rocketry. I disrupted his production and everything else just to slow him down. So he hasn't discovered the spies because we've got them upgraded. All right, so we now have whatever this particular tech is, giant death robot type of thing.
The future.
And yeah, I don't see any reason to have to change anything here. Just one more thing we'd have to fiddle with, and I don't want to really do that right now. So what is this here? Unlocks giant death robot, upgrade, enhance mobility, +3 movement, can perform a jump. That's just for the giant death robot. I don't see that being anything. Well, we may as well go ahead and get it so we can unlock these things, but I guess we're going to have to unlock that anyway, so we'll go ahead and unlock that. And if we find something more useful, then obviously we'll, go with that. All right, so let's go ahead and we are not in range to bomb. Wait. Here we go. So let's go ahead and bomb it. Plus we have all of our bombers. There we go. Alright, and are you within range? Not quite. So let's just move you to here. Are you in range now? Yep. So we'll go ahead and bomb that. But it is nice having our Air Force with bombers and stuff. But guys, on that note, I'm just going to go ahead and spare you on. I just want to show you where we were at this point. And we'll probably start the next game in a different episode. But right now, go ahead and click on that channel icon you see appearing right there on the screen to subscribe, along with that notification so you guys will know when the next available video is available, along with additional content. And I will see you guys in the next game.